I don't have to have enough power to hurt him. I just got to beat him. That's it. If he slip up, then, he will get hurt.
And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity.
Terence Crawford exhibits unwavering faith in his skills as the match approaches, ready to face the challenge. Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, draws from his extensive experience to remind everyone that he has already faced numerous elite professionals like Crawford. Fans are reassured by Canelo that he would use all of his skills and expertise to win. As both fighters get ready to demonstrate who really deserves to be at the top, the tension increases.
I'm been in this sport like so many years. I've had so many good fights in my career, and I had the experience to adapt myself to these kind of fighters. I fight everybody out there, every style, and I'm gonna do my job and put all my experience, all my talent there, and that's it.
With an air of confidence, Terence Crawford declares that he believes he can defeat any opponent that stands in his way. His assurance in interviews and press conferences shows that he is a skilled fighter who has faith in his training, but there is more to the numbers. Few can surpass Canelo Alvarez's degree of seasoning due to his vast professional history, which includes 67 fights against elite opponents. On the other hand, Canelo has experienced a greater number of high-stakes circumstances than Crawford, whose 41 professional fights, although impressive, pale in comparison, given that the tiniest choices in the ring frequently determine whether a team wins or loses. This difference in experience could play a significant role after the bell rings.
How great Terence Crawford is, but they don't know how great Terence Crawford is at 168.
Terence in his bag right now. He's going third person. You feel me? But yeah, Terence has every right to talk his shit literally here. He's being respectful and fair play, but the questions are the ones he's asking, the ones he knows are being asked. What's he look like at 168? Can he take the power? Is he going to be too small? Is he going to be able to deal with Canelo's experience over time, right? Even though Terence is the older fighter, he has, I think, 20 less fights than Canelo does, or maybe more. I think more than 20. And also, competition level. This will be the most skilled, most experienced, biggest, strongest fighter that Terence Crawford's ever faced.
Canelo has regularly faced some of the most formidable names in boxing throughout his career. From tactical battles to endurance-based slugfests, these intense confrontations have honed his senses and compelled him to change. Crawford hasn't yet faced the same caliber of top competition in the ring, despite being a formidable opponent in his own way. He has outperformed many talented fighters, but he hasn't had to adapt to opponents like Gennady, Triple G, raw strength and cunning. The fight's dynamics may be affected by this disparity in high-level expertise, which could give Canelo an advantage in dealing with hardship.
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game. And if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion. And
A more balanced viewpoint is provided by Roy Jones Jr., who highlights that Crawford's capacity to take in and react to Canelo's power will be the true test. Jones asserts that technical skill frequently outweighs advantages in size and weight. He thinks Crawford's accuracy, footwork, and ring IQ might change the tide if he can endure the physical strain. Jones emphasizes that even the greatest destructive power may be neutralized by mastering the foundations of timing, angles, and anticipation. The final result might depend on Crawford's ability to withstand the powerful weapons Canelo is certain to fire.
If there's some pushing and shoving going on, the weight difference is a big factor as well.
I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving. I pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not going to always win them, but he always tries to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
Yeah. You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much. Only thing that matters with the weight is can you take the punch. And I'm sure you've been sparring with super middles and light heavies, so I'm sure you probably can take the punch. So that's the only thing when you got skill. Now if you don't have a skill, you can't take the weight, take it up, because you're gonna lose your punch, you're gonna lose everything. When you got skill, all your stuff that you have goes up with you.
A vocal supporter of combat sports, Shaquille O'Neal, is certain that Crawford will win. His support stems from Crawford's shown ability to destroy opponents with surgical accuracy and unwavering resolve. Shaq considers Crawford to be the best technique and thinks a knockout could result from his honed skill set, although his interpretation heightens the excitement. It also draws attention to the divergent views of observers and spectators over how these two opposing styles would manifest in the ring.
Everyone's talking about the one fight right now, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Who do you got?
I gotta go Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
He's the best ever.
Really? You think he's the greatest ever?
Yeah.
Over Ali, Muhammad Ali? I didn't know you were a big Terence Crawford fan like that.
You have to understand that there's eras, and in different eras, you can bring down the titles. Like, for example, Joker's the best big man now.
Right.
And I don't like.
You put Joker over you as the best big man?
It's different eras and different time. It's not my era, not my time now.
True.
It's their time. So he's the greatest big man in the NBA right now. So I let the people decide who's that. But right now, Terence Crawford is the best.
So
and Floyd, because Floyd has never lost.
So how does Terence beat Canelo? Decision?
He's
or
gonna knock him out.
He's going to knock Canelo out?
Yes, man.
So they're going to have the fight at the Vegas Stadium, Raider Stadium. You're going to be there?
I heard it was off.
No, it's back on.
Okay.
Now
yes,
it's back on. It's in September 13th in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there. Front row?
Of course.
To Canelo's recent performances, which he characterizes as less explosive than those from earlier in his career, are cited by trainer Robert Garcia. Garcia says Crawford may have an opportunity as a result of this modest decline. He contends that timing is crucial in boxing and that Crawford might be filling in when Canelo isn't at his most effective. This perspective creates the conditions for a battle in which recent form, momentum, and strategic preparation may be more important than experience alone.
I would probably say Crawford versus Canelo, because it's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. Canelo's last few fights, he does his work. He gets work done, but never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of Crawford, that if he comes out in his best and good footwork, Canelo is flat-footed. He his last fight, especially against the runner, he was throwing one punch at a time. Didn't even try to be aggressive and get him into the ropes, throw combinations of 4 to 5 punches. He never even tried that. So I think at this stage, I am giving Crawford a big chance of maybe pulling it out.
Manny Pacquiao approaches the comparisons between great fighters in a tactful and courteous manner. He stresses that straight comparisons are unfair and frequently deceptive, because every fighter brings a different combination of skills, tactics, and styles to the ring. In contrast to legacy debates, Pacquiao's perspective encourages fans and analysts to value fighters on their own terms. His observation serves as a reminder that the Canelo versus Crawford match should be evaluated on its own merits.
Manny, what do you make of Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather?
Crawford what?
Better than Floyd Mayweather. Canelo said that.
Crawford can beat.
No, Crawford said Canelo. Canelo said Crawford's better than Mayweather. What do you think? What's your assessment?
There's a different style, they're both good fighters. So it's hard to compare yourself to others. Like, you know.
Do you think
Thank you guys. We gotta go. We gotta
what
move on,
Mayweather
boss.
did against Canelo? Do you think he can do any of that?
What, Canelo?
Can Crawford do any of what Mayweather did against Canelo?
That's a good fight, man. You know,
We'll
wait.
see.
We'll see.
Thank you.
Interview at first we didn't really comprehend it. So, because of our expectations, we began to criticize Crawford just a bit. That concludes the video for today.